right? I haven't actually built a professional network yet at all. I've never felt confident enough that I have anything to offer, but now I've been collecting data and analysing my data, and I now may have something to speak about. I think over the coming months, I will start to share this and start to build up a professional network. It's a bit like publishing. It is important, and if you can publish, build a professional network and get your PhD, that's great. But my priority is getting my PhD. So my next priority would be building a professional network and getting that knowledge out there and testing it. See what questions come up, see how I can answer these questions, how I can solve these future puzzles that I'm sure building a professional network would bring up. And then the one after that, of course, would be publishing.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, okay, I mean, if it's important to build a professional support network, yeah, it's very, very important, especially if you are going into academia, you need that to have a very strong, professional network. It can be through LinkedIn. There's so many ways. It could be through going for interviews, networking, It's very, very important because in future you might want to do collaborative work. That's where this becomes very, very important.
Building a professional support network, I think it depends what stage you're at. I know that at the start of the PhD, I concentrated a lot on building a network because those were the people who were helping me make connections, who were helping me find out about specific areas of my topic or specific studies or bits of research. As I've progressed a little bit more, I find that I'm in contact with them less because my work has become much more specific. But then looking forward, I'm aware that towards the end of the PhD, I might want to go out to some more conferences, or I might want to go and start presenting my work. I think having that wider professional network helps you to have a sense of the wider context of your research and how it's going to apply. So I think keeping a bit of contact with them and understanding that at times you may have more and at times you may have less, I think that helps you kind of situate your research in the kind of broader landscape.
So I'm not sure whether it's important to build a professional network. But it's something that I definitely recommend. I think for me, taking an opportunity as part of the PhD is a really, really good idea because it helps you develop as a person, as a professional person. It helps you see professions from a different perspective. So I think important, maybe not so much, but definitely recommended, I'd say, because learning from other people and their ways and their research and their journeys and their careers can really help you understand what you want to do with your career and your journey. So I have developed a lot of professional networks and professional contacts over the 3 years of my PhD, and this is from anyone from teachers, lecturers, professors, research assistants and researchers to people who are educators, health professionals, anyone like that. And again, having those communications with them about their journey and your journey can really help to reassure you that you are on the right track and you are doing well. And also knowing that you have a contact after you finish that PhD, thinking forward, once I finish this PhD, I remember there was a research assistant, there was a researcher that I did some research assistant work for that could be interested in collaborating in the future, for example. So just knowing that there could be doors opening for you, potential work in the future, collaboration, anything like that is always a really great opportunity. So the way I've made the research process work for me is that the very first thing that I had to realise is that a PhD compared to an undergrad or a master's is I have to rely on myself and no one else. There is support, there's guidance, there's other things in place that help you get through it, but I have to rely on myself. And as soon as I realised this, I was able to almost break down.
I don't know, I'm sure it is important to build a professional network. I think your personal network sometimes is a lot more important because in I do think it is important, but in a different way to having the personal networks. I don't think they're the people you would go to in your times of need. They're your personal networks, but the professional ones are always helpful and perhaps may be useful when you're an early researcher. Perhaps if you were looking for employment in other institutions, perhaps if you wanted to go and collaborate on research or work on papers and things like that, I'm sure then the professional network, it will become really useful.
In research, it can be important to build a professional network by going to events such as conferences and networking sessions, and I'd take as many opportunities as you can to go to these events, because it will really help you grow in your PhD and your career.